Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to vlog number 8,297. I'm Tom. Bit late today. I definitely didn't forget that I was going to be uploading this. Not at all. It's fine. Don't question it. Look, I've been very busy. All right, leave me alone. I didn't forget. It's fine. Anyway, I got a few things to talk about today. A few things that I've sort of just prepared in the last 2 minutes. Because fuck, there's like 55 minutes before the day is over, and I uploaded a late vlog. Not gonna do that. Not an arsehole. Cough session kick. So I've got a few things that I thought about talking about. Well, Ali suggested one thing. Ali, kind of saved my ass there. The first of which, well, the first couple of things are stream related. Today, for those of you who didn't see, or for those of you who did, we did a bit of a unusual stream. We started off playing Dark Souls 3, which was interesting. There was something wrong with something, be it Twitch, be it Sessions internet, be it my internet, be it Dark Souls itself. Who knows? I got sweaty pits. I don't think so. I think it's just the light. Yeah, it's just the light. And we kept just disconnecting, and the Sessions webcam was terrible, his mic was terrible, the Skype call connection was terrible, the stream kept dying, it was all going wrong. So Session, on a whim, just said, hey, you know what we should do? We should do a social eating stream. You should come around to my house. And then eventually we got to the conclusion of Session to come around to my house. And we played Jenga on the stream, which was actually, I hope, quite entertaining. I didn't see that one coming, but it was fun. It was tense. I thought I was going to win, because I'm very good at Jenga, but just, I got unlucky today. It was... People who know Jenga know that sometimes there's nothing you can do. You know, the second loss was my fault. I'll take that one. The first one, the game had gone so far that it reached the point where I'd chosen the best possible block, and it wasn't possible. So that was a lot of fun, actually. It's always good to see in session in person, and yeah, today it was fun. Then we moved on to table tennis shortly after that, which is one of my personal favourite activities on the planet. I felt very rusty. For one, I'm used to playing on significantly larger tables, so I sort of have, you know how you have muscle memory for this kind of thing. You're sort of just used to hitting it at a certain distance and at a certain strength. And so many of my shots just flew off the table. Shots that would have been really good if I had been a full-size table. That was sad, but that on top of the just general rust of not playing for like 2 years almost. I think it is actually 2 years exactly. It was 2014 this time was the last time I played table tennis. I was very drunk then, if I remember correctly. Yeah. That was the last time I played. And so yeah, Session got close a couple of times to beating me, but in his defense, I did used to be very good at table tennis. Not so much anymore, clearly, but yeah, used to. So that was great fun. I enjoyed that a lot. I haven't played for a long time, as I said. So whipping that out again was good. I feel like you guys who were there enjoyed it. We'll probably do something like that again in the future when we have a bit more planning time to do it properly. It was kind of like the Pokemon stream on Monday. Was it Monday? Is today Wednesday? Yeah. Very unplanned, very last minute kind of thing. I mean, this was so last minute, it was literally decided on a stream. And like an hour through the stream as well. But yeah, today was unique. It was fun. Not something we do often. But it could be something that returns in the future. That's nice. Secondly, what was I going to talk about secondly? Oh, Chef Pierre is, of course, coming back on Friday at 2 p.m, the usual start time on a day we don't usually stream. Do I do something else on Friday too? That's Tom's Literature Corner on Friday, right? Or was that Thursday? Nah, it's Friday. Yes, so Friday, quite busy day. Chef Pierre's coming up. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing because spoilers. It doesn't really matter, but you know, got to keep that theatrical illusion going. So that should be fun. Should be quite challenging for me because I haven't done the thing I'm doing for a long time, like the table tennis. But the other one is kind of an old favourite of mine, so it should be, well, it's piss easy and also an old favourite, so it should be kind of muscle memory again. Hopefully I'll still be able to pull off a decently funny character. Always my biggest fear with stuff like this is just that it's going to fall flat on its ass. And it probably won't. I'll probably do fine. But yeah, it's always, I feel like everyone who's in a position of entertainment just has a massive fear that the thing they try and do is going to just go down like a lead balloon. which is a completely fair fear, I think, because that is kind of the one thing you have to not do. You know, you have to make it funny. And I felt like I went down well last time, so hopefully I can wing it again this time. Because yeah, that's kind of where the fear comes from. Really, it's the fact that it's not prepared at all and just entirely improvised. And although that's kind of my style, if I were to have a comedic style, improvisation would be it. But because I can't revise or learn things at all, study things, work from a script, etc. But it also leaves you much more open to fuck ups in ways, which is where the nervousness comes from. But like I said, it went well last time. I just have to get in the right frame of mind that morning, which should be fine as long as I'm feeling like as well as I can feel. I should be good. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that'll go well. Even if it doesn't, you guys aren't gonna judge me or be horrible about it or anything. You guys will enjoy it, I'm sure. I'll find some way of making it fun. What else? Pokemon Go. I'm going to talk about Pokemon Go for a while. So I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go the past week. I think it came out... When did it come out? Sunday? Saturday or Sunday, I think. It was either the day before the first stream of this week or the day of it. I think it was Sunday. And since then I've done 45 kilometers total, which... What's that in English? About 7 miles, which for me, as I've said in a couple of streams, is incredible. Like I just don't get that kind of exercise. I play football once in a while, That's pretty much all I do. I don't bother walking anyway, unless I really need to, like go to the supermarket or the doctors or something, because there's just no point, I don't need to go out places unless I'm going out with my friends, which is kind of rare because we're all sort of like nerds. Most of the activities we do together are behind a computer, which is fine. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of walking because of Pokemon Go, and it's great. I love Pokemon Go. It's fantastic. I don't know why I sit like this all the time, by the way. I've been noticing. I've been staring at my OBS, my own face, and my own mannerisms. I think it's because I'm very what's the word? I have a lot of very emphatic hand movements when I speak. I sort of do this a lot. I wave my hands around like an idiot. So I think I try and find ways to stop that, I guess. No, I'm down on the chest. So I was saying, I forgot what I was saying it to earlier. I'm going to try and use Pokemon Go as a springboard into getting fit, because there was a time when I was fit. Once upon a time. Ironically, it was when I was much fatter. I was much fitter, which is strange. I could run further, I could run for longer. I was just more fit, even if I was weighed down a bit more by body weight. Nowadays, I'm very thin, but my stamina's just shot to shit because I've spent a long time just in the house because of illness. So I lost a lot of muscle, a lot of body mass in general, fat muscle. I've regained a bit of both, more fat than muscle, just over the past month or so, because I've been getting better. I've been eating more food in general. My stomach's been getting bigger. I've been walking more. I'm not as tired, so everything is sort of going up slowly. But because I've got such a good thing, springboard, and something that I'm actually enthusiastic about in Pokemon Go, I feel like with the amount of walking I'm doing, if I keep that up for another couple of weeks, I'll have a good sort of physical basis with my legs to actually start doing some running, which would be nice. And then I can get actually fit and start doing some cardio and start getting fit again. And with that, I can do some sit-ups and stuff like that. Build up that core, put in the work, make some gains. You know what I'm fucking saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the hope. I hope to start doing that soon. That'll be nice. And yeah, Pokemon Go. It's a strange thing. Pokemon Go. I've been thinking about it a lot. There's been a lot of games that have tried to get people outside and actually doing activities. I remember one specifically. There was a zombie game. I think it was called Zombie Run or Zombie Chase or something like that. And it was I'm not even sure what it was in terms of mechanics, but it might have just been a sort of audiobook style thing. Or it might have been very similar to Pokemon Go. Basically, it would be a running aid, so you'd use it Oh, I remember now. No, no, no. It was like set in a zombie apocalypse, and you were set up in this base, presumably your home, right? And you were tasked with transporting supplies from your base to other bases, or just other, like survivor outposts. So you would set these courses, these running routes, like you'd set 5 kilometers from your house to another like point of interest on the map. And during this time, I think when you had your headphones in, the app would play like zombie noises, and you'd be like, "Fuck, shit!" Especially if you do it at night, and you'd start sprinting, and that'll be your cue to like start pushing yourself a bit harder. And that kind of thing, that's great, and that they already exist. But Pokemon Go, I feel like it's something a little bit different. It doesn't quite, it doesn't quite sit in the same category as these other things that have come before it. Like it's just so much. Something about it is just so much better. And this is the issue. I can't put my finger on what it is, apart from the fact that it's Pokemon. Because let's look at it as objectively as possible. If you're a Pokemon fan, ignore it. Ignore the fandom. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I love it. I'm ignoring Pokemon. Look at the app as it is currently. The app is complete fucking shit. It's terrible. It crashes constantly. When it does crash, it takes up to half an hour to get back onto it. It has constant connectivity issues. The servers constantly go down. Fair play to them. Niantic is a pretty small studio. Well, it let's say bigger studios have failed to keep their servers running steadily with a much lesser audience. You know, many other games have failed to do as well as Pokemon Go's done in terms of server issues with much smaller audience. But if they weren't expecting it to be this big, you've got to ask yourself why, right? So you've got to have. I'm not sure how much funding they have from Nintendo, if any, with this. You'd assume they probably would. I think Nintendo's stocks went up by 4 billion. You've got to assume that, well, more than 4 billion now. You've got to assume that someone at Nintendo was like, right, this is going to do good. Should give us some money. So you kind of got to assume. Well, I say that I'm assuming that Nintendo backed it. So they would have had the money to be able to get the kind of infrastructure they needed to handle this amount of players. Well, they're saying that. I don't think anything on the planet currently can handle that amount of players. But that being said, objectively, the app is shit. There are many other apps that do this kind of thing that run much better than this one does. Which leads me to believe that it literally is just the fact that it's Pokemon that is making it as big as it is, and is just ridiculously huge and addicting as it is. I feel like it really just taps into that part of my brain that gets me so addicted to video games. There's the collecting base. I remember hearing once that there are 4 types of gamers. I forget what all the 4 types are, but I remember there were collectors, there were like killers, explorers, and something else. There are people that love collecting things. So people that go around the Assassin's Creed games and get all the flags. So people that like killing shit. People that play Call of Duty and other stuff that you kill shit as your main objective. There were explorers, people that will love something like No Man's Sky, where you just run around and explore space infinitely. And there was one more category, I forgot what it was, but I feel like this taps into 2 of those things, if not 3. Not remembering what the 4th one is. It definitely taps into the collector, because it's Pokemon, you catch them all, right? So you hunt different areas looking for these things and you catch them, which leads us to the explorer bit. It genuinely leads you to explore places of your local area that you may not have even known existed, if you're as much of a nerd as I am. Personally, I haven't yet done that. I know all the places I've been because I'm 22 and I've lived there my whole life. So it'll be, even as big a nerd as I am, it'll be a bit weird if I hadn't gone down all these streets before and visited all these parks. But the more I'm finding that the more you explore your local areas and your local parks, the more you want to go a bit further afield, because there comes a point where you've kind of caught basically everything that appears commonly in these areas. Like, I've caught a fucking seal, I've caught a drowsy, I've caught a Pidgey, I've caught a Spearow, etc. It's only very rarely that something you haven't caught pops up in your local park, right? So like today I saw a Growlithe somewhere around me. I haven't got a Growlithe yet. I was like, oh, okay, I should go find that. Didn't find it. And I got like 70 Zubats and a couple of Pidgeys. Like, okay, great. I went to a slightly further away park, bigger, much bigger. It's got water. 2 days ago with Lee and Lewis, and we found a fuck ton of Pokemon. It was crazy. And we went back there again No, I went there myself the day before that, and then I went there with Lee and Lewis the day after, and I found a lot of the same Pokemon that I found the day before. I got a couple of new ones, but nowhere near as amazing as it was the day before. So eventually, what I'm saying is, you start to get a lot of duplicates in these places, you know, and it makes you desire to go to other places to find new Pokemon, which is great. I feel like it taps into at least two of those things. It taps into the explorer and the collector in gaming, and I vaguely the killer, because I guess when you catch them, you're vaguely killing them. That's really reaching, but you know, it taps into so much of the addictive nature of games, and it is also a fitness app at the same time, because at its core, Pokemon Go is a fitness app. People have already found ways to, as of course they would, to completely just ignore the fitness aspect of it. They catch Pokemon by going to the local park, which is a 5-minute walk. Maybe even they take the car there, which completely defeats the purpose of it in my mind. And they just sit at a lure point at a Pokestop and use lures and just collect the Pokemon that come there, which is fair enough. It's a completely valid way to play the game. But I feel like it kind of defeats the point. But of course, people are gonna look for ways to make it not about walking 45 kilometers in 4 days, which is fine. People do what they want. But yeah, it's such a crazy thing. I'm actually quite amazed that it took this long. You know, I suppose it hasn't been that long really since the technology has actually been there to do this kind of thing. But God, it feels like something that should have existed years and years and years ago. You know, it's kind of one of those things that you think, why didn't I think of that? You know, this is such an obvious thing. It's Pokemon, but in real life, vaguely through terrible augmented reality, which by the way everyone just turns off. It's touted as like a huge AR game, but the AR itself uses so much battery on your phone. Everyone just turns it off. You turn off the AR, and the Pokemon are no longer in the real world environment. They're just in a little patch of grass or whatever. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, no. For what it is, subjectively, this is probably the most interesting thing in video games for me for a long, long time. I can't like VR. VR didn't really interest me that much because I was one of the cynical cunts that was like, yes, I'm gonna wait until A, I have more money, and B, the next iteration comes out, because you know the first one's gonna be kind of shit. All the games are gonna be terrible. They're all gonna cost way too much. The headset itself is gonna cost way too much. Might as well wait till they improve it and see what happens then. I also have the argument that I've been having with Sashin constantly about the perspective in the headset. Would me, as a 6'9" human being, put on this headset and be 6'9" off the floor, or would I be 5'9" off the floor? I'm not going to get into it in this vlog, because we have argued for so long and on so many streams and about whether or not A, this is even an issue, and B, it would happen. And who knows? I won't know the answer to that until I try out VR, which is not going to be for a long time yet. A, because money, B, because I don't care. So yeah, Pokemon Go I genuinely can't think right now the most interesting thing that's happened in gaming since then, or before then, rather. Oh no, I don't know. Well, I kind of mean something that's so different and also so successful, you know, because there's always like innovative things that happen and different things that come out, but I don't remember anything that has been so wildly different and been this wildly successful at the same time, you know. So I feel like Pokemon Go is kind of in a league of its own in that, and that's why I don't think it can be classified in the same sort of fitness app genre as these other things I was talking about can be, you know, because it's so different. It's one of those sort of genre-defining things, I think, like how Call of Duty 4 kind of defined FPS going forward, etc., etc. I feel like this is going to be one of those big things that we look back on in history of video games and go, yep, that was the first one that kind of did it well. There's going to be a shit ton of clones, well, not clones, but you know, things that try and do the same thing with different franchises coming out after this, you'd expect. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Pokemon Go has been just consuming my life over the past 5 days. Been insane. I'm absolutely loving it. I had to take a break yesterday because I was just so sunburnt. My legs were kind of aching. I just didn't want to do it. I mean, I really wanted to do it, but my body didn't want to do it, you know? So I didn't do it. But yeah, that's about it, really. I feel like I've got something else to say. Not about Pokemon Go or anything I've already mentioned, but I really can't think of it right now. This is what happens when you improv. Well, I really shouldn't be worried about Chef Pierre, should I? Because I'll just chat shit for 20 minutes without preparing anything. So that's fine. But yeah, today was really fun. I hope we get to do something like that again in the future. I mentioned it. Okay, I'm gonna talk for some more. I mentioned it briefly today on stream. Like, yeah, I did a brief Q&A before Sashin got to my house. That was in the downtime between when he left and when he got here. Jeebs asked, I'm still not sure if she was serious or not. She said, Tom, as a streamer, do you have any advice for someone who wants to start streaming? And I said, well, persistence. What was my point going to be after this? God, I forget. Hang on, let me go to my brain temple. I don't have a brain temple. I'm just going to try and remember what I was saying. Oh my god, I've completely lost it. Oh yeah, I remember now. I said persistence is the main thing, and I went on. I did a little, reason why it's important. But I remember saying in that same thought that a lot of people come onto Twitch thinking that they can make it big really quickly, but they don't. They don't have the patience, and they don't have the uniqueness or willingness to be unique. To really be successful, and they give up because of that reason. They have misconceptions about what's going to happen when they start Twitch, because there are I don't know how many users there are on Twitch, but there are over 10k partnered streamers, which is a tiny percentage of the total amount of streamers there are on Twitch. And if you think about how many streamers there are on Twitch, think about how many of those must be your bog standard Let's Play streamers. And I was saying in this bit that we are really, me and Sash, and we are kind of your bog standard Let's Play streamers, but that's only our bread and butter. We bring a lot, or we're starting to bring a lot more to the table, and we're just going to continue to do that as time goes on, as we think of more ideas to do. I think the vlogs were the first step in that, really, the first step outside of just streaming on Twitch live every day. I think the vlogs were the first step in that, and since then we've had Chef Pierre, we've had the D&D. D&D came first, actually, technically. But it wasn't on our channel until after the vlog started, I don't think, maybe? Who cares? We do got Chef Pierre, we got D&D, we do stuff like we did today. I feel like we'll start our Tom's Digital Corner as well, of course. We're branching out a lot more than we used to, and we're doing a lot more unique things. I think we're starting to find our feet with it, really. It took us a while to get out of that sort of the sort of bog standard Let's Play thing. We sort of rested on the fact that there's two of us for a long time, I feel like if there's one thing that makes us different and made us different from the very start, was the fact there was two of us, which isn't any, merit of ours, but there aren't that many, like, really popular dual streamers. There are a couple I can think of. Well, there's one I can think of that's really popular. Well, they're not even really popular. Two Angry Gamers. They're a couple of UK guys as well, who are, they're funny. They're good guys. I can't think of any others. Obviously, you got Two Girls One Game, who aren't hugely successful yet, but they're going to be. They really are. Their growth has been insane, and I don't see it stopping. And I have nothing but congratulations to them. Really, you can't fault them for that. So yeah, that was sort of the one thing that we had from the start that made us different, I think, or made us not just one in fucking hundreds of thousands. It made us a little bit different. But I think we're starting to branch out, and I'm pleased with the direction we're going. And as I said, I think we're just going to take it further, which is great. I'm looking forward to just thinking of new stuff for us to do. It's always nice. I've always sort of yearned for a way to, just be creative, and I've always tried to do that in ways that are comfortable to me. And I think this is something that is definitely becoming a lot more comfortable to me now. 2 years ago, if someone said to me, Tommy, you're going to be recording a 25-minute vlog on YouTube by yourself in front of a camera with no one there, I'd have just shat myself at the thought of it. But it's amazing how comfortable I've become with it in the last year total, I guess. That's the thing. We're coming up on our year anniversary. Fuck me, it's barely even. It's not even 2 weeks now. It's 3rd of August. 14 days? Yeah, that's about right. Not even 2 weeks, which is crazy. Already been a whole year. I was trying to work out in the bath earlier how many total days that is. And an average on four streams a week, which obviously isn't correct throughout our whole streaming history. But If you do 4 streams a week, 52 weeks, that's 108. So 208 streams total. So we've probably done on the low side of what am I trying to say here? On the wrong side of 200. We've probably done like 180 or something around that number streams since we started, which is, when I actually say it, it doesn't sound like that much. But if you think about it, 184 hours, 4 to 5 hour streams is, let's call it 640-ish hours. Which also, when I say it, doesn't sound like too much. Hang on, is the maths right on that? Yeah, that doesn't sound that much at all. 10 days is 240 hours. Okay, that sounds better. So it's like above. It's between the 20 and 30 day mark is how long we've streamed total time. That sounds a lot better. I like that. I like that number. Which says as long as I've played fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or World of Warcraft or Pokemon. Sounds less better now. Fuck it. We've done well. We'll continue to do well. And I think I'll do it. I've taught for a long time. I can talk for England, apparently. Who knew? We all knew that, really, didn't we? Apparently I was in the mood to chat today. So yeah, if you're still here, dedicated for you. Thank you for watching. You'll see me again tomorrow for the normal stream at 2 PM UK time. Probably playing Dark Souls 2 if it works today. Please. Dark Souls 3, not 2. Whatever. I hope it's a bit cooler tomorrow because I'm not sweating like a pig currently, but have been throughout the day. God. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Wherever it was along this that you fell off. Rest in peace. If you got here, well done. I'm proud of you. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. The next Tom vlog. Bye-bye.